There we go. How you guys doing? The dump. I didn't find better title, but I did see that the moon had the same title in his thumbnail, so you know, we gotta go with that. You know, what everybody else doing, you know, we're gonna do with that. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. It is a quite big dump. Bitcoin is down like 6% right now. Ethereum is down 8%. The big question is what's gonna happen next. So, you know, we're gonna do what we like to do on this channel. We like to draw lines, so we're gonna draw lines. You know, the question is it over? Bitcoin to zero dramas. I don't know about that. Good morning, fellows. DDG, how you doing? Simply human, no pume. +1, call cryptos in the chat. Vanessa, how you doing, man? It's sale. 52, here we come. That is the target down there somewhere. So, you know, there is that. It's still making a bull flag, in my opinion. My opinion is usually opposite of the reality. There's that. Janet Yellen admits debt beyond repair or something like that. Maybe that's the case. We are not really big on figuring out, you know, what the market is doing and trying to figure out, you know, how's it gonna play out. But you know, we are good at drawing the lines, so that's what we're gonna do here. Morning, my Tam, how you doing? I think alt season soon. Usually alts dump way harder when Bitcoin does this. 58 coming soon. My love. So we got a couple of lines up here. There are actually a lot of lines up here. So, you know, we're gonna remove a couple of lines from the chart, because this is basically the big chart that we had for a long time. So we're gonna look at a little bit at this on logarithmic chart. So we're gonna do it like this over here. This is the 100k target up here. This is the December 33 target up here. We're gonna also remove these lines over here, and there we go. We got a little bit clean chart, give or take. Why is this line going all over down there? It should go down there. This should go over here. There we go. There we go. We got our lines. We can also remove these lines up here. Are these lines removable? Yeah. There we go. We're just gonna have the boxes because it's easier to see. Now, you know what? I like the green lines. I'm gonna let the green lines stay over here, and we're gonna just do it like this over here. Nice. There we go. There we go. So this is the you know, big picture on what's happening in Bitcoin. And we came to the blue box up here at the top. This is the very top up here at 69k. We broke that all the way to 73.9, let's say 74k, and right now we're pulling back big time. Right now we are also going inside this blue box up here, which is actually major support level. So this major support level goes from 61 something all the way down to 58, and right now what I'm looking at is actually the 58k target. You also see that's the wick down here at the bottom over here. That's the 58.6. so we are looking at those levels. Let's remove this up here. We don't need this anymore over here. So that's what we're looking at right now, but we are definitely blue box. If you go to the small time frames over here, you'll see how nicely we got rejected. As soon as we came inside this blue box over here, look at this rejection over here, man. I don't know if you like that, but I do like that. Then we have that big pump towards upside, try to break up here towards upside, failed that, pulled back, broke the support, consolidating, and still continuing towards downside. So this move up here, you're gonna see there is a lot of actually volume being generated in this move up here ever since we broke 62k. So there is a lot of volume being generated up here. We can pop the volume up here on the chart. You'll see as soon as we actually started dumping up here, over here, as soon as we started dumping over here, the volume actually kicked in on this move over here, and ever since, you know, entirely this part over here, the volume has been actually gigantic. And I think I read somewhere on Twitter that the amount of liquidations, long liquidations, is through the roof. So there is that. Hong Kong ETF for Bitcoin was nothing burger. Yeah, so everybody was kind of hoping that, you know, Hong Kong ETF is gonna do the same thing that BlackRock ETF did. But unfortunately, no. Sputnik, what's up? How you doing, man? Remember I told you 58k VC, today's day. Man, you told me, yeah. Good evening, Links, how you doing, man? How you doing? So, let's zoom a little bit up here on the weekly time frame, see what's actually happening, because I did watch Ivan on Tech, at least the start of the videos today, and you know, he's still majorly bullish. Now he did mention the daily monthly candle and stuff like that, and unfortunately the monthly candle is closing in 4 hours, and right now, unless we can get back above 61.1 over here, above these highs up here, it looks like it's gonna become a bearish engulfing candle on the monthly time frame, which is not good. Unfortunately, there are more bad news. On the 2-month time frame, we got this, you know, shooting star. It's not shooting star. This is a hammer doji or something like that, right? If I'm not mistaken. Hammer doji. How does hammer doji look like? Yeah, the inverted hammer and the shooting. Oh, this is shooting star. Shooting star candlestick pattern. Let's go to over here. Shooting star. What it means stock trading. So just over here, type of the forms of security. Opens on the domestic in here, but then closes the day near open again. What should take quick takeaways? A shooting star occurs often in advance and indicates the price could start falling, right? So it is a bearish candle. The formation is bearish because the price tried to rise significantly during the day, but the sellers took over and pushed the price back down towards the open. Bearish candle, right? So the 2-month time frame up here, this shooting star that's being formed over here, it is bad. On the monthly time frame, we get a bearish engulfing candle, which is bad. On weekly time frame, we are breaking down, or you know, over here. So we actually started breaking down over here, and right now we just continue breaking down into the support levels over here. But we are already through a long way towards downside. So everything looks bad, guys. Everything looks bad. I want always bullish, it appears. This is dumping. Van Tem is right. There we go, there we go. I mean, he's almost right. I mean, it's at 59.6. So right now we are below 60k, give or take. Also, during these candles over here, what you're gonna see on the over here is that the volume, ever since this candle towards downside, is actually going towards downside. So this selling pressure towards downside is getting exhausted over here. At least just by looking at these last 4 candles over here, the selling pressure is actually getting exhausted over here. You also see entire move up here that's been happening. The volume has actually been consolidating, and right now, so there are certain levels that we don't want to break towards downside, and you know, that might actually indicate some kind of capitulation dump, but we are not quite there yet. Ivan is one of the worst crypto YouTubers to follow. No, Ivan is good, man. We like Ivan. There is that. But yeah, monthly candle, definitely bearish engulfing candle up here. You know, 2 monthly candle up here. We got a shooting start up here. So these big time frames definitely, they are telling us that, you know, something's up, right? And what you're gonna see up here, that let me go over here. What you're gonna see is that we actually didn't manage to close above the this is 2-month time frame. We didn't actually manage to close above the previous high up here. So the previous high in 2021 was a 61.3, and we didn't manage to close on the 2-month time frame above that level. You can see up here that we are getting pulled back below that level again, but we still didn't break that through that level. We are at very top, but we didn't break through that level. So right now the close high is still on 2-monthly time frame, is still 61.3 over here. Let me go a little bit back over here, and let's go to monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, it did break, right? Monthly time frame did go all the way towards upside up here and did create a new high up here at 71.3, but it 2 monthly time frame did not do that. 3 months time frame actually did that as well over here at the tops. So it's only 2 month time frame that didn't break towards upside. So how much you know, leverage we got, not leverage, but how much, you know, significance we're gonna put on this 2 month time frame up here, 2 month candle, depends, right? You also see that, you know, the volume up here during this move towards upside has been steadily rising towards upside, and even though we have right now a red candle towards downside, we still got 4 hours left, but this is 2 month time frame over here. On the monthly time frame, bearish engulfing candle, pulling still back towards downside, back below the previous level up here at 61.1, and still pushing towards downside up here. If you go even lower towards some lower time frames up here, over here, weekly time frame high 2021 was around 65.5, and right now we managed to get above that, create this divergence up here at the top, and right now pulling back, broke the back below the support levels up here, and right now pushing back towards downside. Right now Bitcoin is sitting at 59.2, 7% down. And if you go to the 15 minutes time frame up here, you'll see that this last dump up here right now is a significant move towards downside. So there is the channel up here that goes something like this, if I remember correctly, up here, give or take. And you see right now that even this, you know, very you know, bleeding channel towards downside, it's right now going into this capitulation candle. I think there will be a reversal very soon. When I can say reversal, I mean any kind of move towards upside where people, because a lot of people have been, you know, right now selling, they're getting into the fear right now, breaking the 59k levels over here. Where is the 60k level over here? Right over here is the 60k level, very important level, of significant level of, you know, psychological support. And as you can see right now, we are breaking that with force, and you can see the volume also kicking in. So I think this is the last move towards downside, because this has been going on for a while right now. This has been going on for a while right now. You can see up here on the hourly time frame, this actually started going down since 2 o'clock last night. So this is how many hours has this been right now going towards downside? 18 hours we've been dumping down, almost in straight line towards downside. So let's see a little bit, you know, overextension and stuff like that. Right now the RSI, the daily RSI, sitting down at 35. So technically speaking, this can go lower, but you can see also here that previously, just before we had a mega rally towards upside, we hit that 35 level. And you know, to find those levels below that, you gotta go back, you know, way back over here. But in these mega rallies towards upside, 35 level is very, very low. You'll also see up here in this last bull market up here that we had a 35k level at one time, but the entire move towards upside, you know, we didn't have the 35k level until we actually dumped towards downside. Right now we're having 35k level over here towards downside. So the question is, what's gonna happen next? I don't think else can drop much more. They haven't recovered from the last dump. Exactly. Ivan knows the fundamentals. Exactly. 59 Bitcoin price, if great price if you sold at 74. Exactly. If you sold at 74, any price is great price. Isn't that the case? Any price is great price if you sold at 79k. Right, let's go a little bit back over here. Right now it's very exciting what's happening, because I think right now we are coming into this, you know, this big dump. There we go. We just had an hourly close. Did we have a 4-hourly close as well? So we have a 4-hourly close, hourly close, all kinds of closes just happened. This was right now the 4-hourly close hits 25 on the RSI, still pushing back. You also see down here that these overextensions, this is my own indicator down here, you'll see that overextensions are actually extreme on the 4-hourly time frame over here. You'll see right now, and every single time we had these overextensions, we, you know, either pull back towards upside. Actually over here we didn't pull back towards upside, we actually you know, but we went sideways or pull back towards upside. So it is, these 4-hour extensions right now seems to be like a good trading opportunity, you know, for a bounce towards upside, because if you look at on the short time frames, like 15 minutes time frame up here, this seems to be some kind of, you know, capitulation move towards downside right now. So over here there is a channel. You can see up here we actually broke the channel towards downside. We had this capitulation move, bigger volume towards upside, towards downside up right now. We are trying to get up. This channel needs to break towards upside if there is any kind of, you know, if you are gonna look for any kind of bigger move towards upside. But right now we are getting into this last candle. So right now this is the monthly time frame over here. If you see monthly time frame, right now 3 hours and 58 minutes. So this is the last 4-hourly candle before the monthly close. Right now we are still sitting below, you know, below the support level over here. Right now we're still having the bearish engulfing candle on the chart. So we need to get up back above 59.6, which is not actually that much if you consider, you know how price is developing right now. 50 sorry, is this 61.1? Yeah, we gotta get above 61.1 over here. So if you see over here, I mean, it's not that big of a move up here to close up above these levels over here to avoid the bearish engulfing candle on monthly time frame. But right now the 4-hourly candle, that's it, guys. We got one more 4-hourly candle, and that's it before the monthly close, weekly close. No, not weekly close, but before we have a monthly close, before we have a 2 months close, all kinds of closes right now. All eyes are on this 4-hourly candle, because this 4-hourly candle is the last candle before the monthly, okay, and the daily close, and the 2-month close as well. We are at 100 EMA on daily time frame. Last time we were there and pumped was January. We are not actually watching the 100 EMA or EMAs at all, so there's that. By the way, a long 59.28 small capital risk only. We need to wait for tomorrow FOMC news. What are happening on tomorrow FOMC news? I haven't been following, you know, what's happening in the markets lately, so there is that. You also see right now that this candle up here, even though right now the wick is coming to the very end up here, you see this thing. I mean we hit that target on the dollar, right? So over here there was target 59.11 over here, and right now we hit 51 59.11, this is 59.13, so almost on the dollar. We hit that wick on the downside right now. We are bouncing from those levels. If you remember from not so long ago, we talked about liquidity zones and where liquidity might actually, you know, get picked up and where we actually might bounce, and the liquidity is below these levels down here on the downside. This blue box over here, that's the liquidity box. The big question is, are we going into the liquidity box, right? The channel up here, you know, there are several ways how you can draw this channel, but there is a very nice channel over here towards downside up here, and you'll see also the channel right now is hitting the support level. So however you twist and turn it around, this seems like a very, very nice place to have in long positions right now. I mean, trading long position, not like, you know, hodling or anything like that, but you know, you are hitting the support level, you are doing it very fast. I mean, this actually went very, very fast. Look at these 1 hourly candles. It was just big fast move towards downside. These big fast move towards downside almost never break you know, important support levels or on the same move. Oftentimes what this big fast move does towards downside, they consolidate and then break, or they bounce over here and then go towards downside and break eventually, alright? But if they want to break, they don't do fast move, and then just break major level of support. It's just now how that actually plays out, right? So right now we are sitting on that major level of support, and we haven't actually not broken it just yet. So, you know, everything looks nice and then the way we see it. But there is fear in the market, and that is actually what everybody was actually looking for. We need to this fear in the market actually get rid of a lot of other, you know, a lot of other leverage longs and, you know, bullishness in the market, so we can continue towards upside. Bigger time frames, this is phantom up here. It didn't break the support level up here. It is pulling back down. I mean, it is down by a bunch. It was down 55%. Right now it's only down 59%, so it's not actually down as much as it was. And a lot of these coins, altcoins right now, are hitting the support levels. They are not actually breaking the support level, they are hitting the support levels. There are definitely some who are actually breaking the support levels, but a lot of these are coming to these, you know, support levels right now, and we are looking for a bounce again towards upside. You can see up here from the very top to the bottom down here, inch coin actually went down 65%. 65% towards the downside, you know. So the question is, how much can it go, how much more can it go down? I mean, technically it can go down a lot more, right? So any kind of coin that you look at, you know, technically these coins can go down a lot more. They can always go down, you know, another 99% towards downside, right? So nothing is done just yet over here. And you'll see over here, for example, inch coin up here, you got a very, very nice trend line over here. It goes something like this up here, and you can see that right now the trend line is still not broken, right? Not only that, you can also look at it over here, something like this, give or take. You'll see over here that it brought kind of towards downside over here, which might actually indicate capitulation. So this over here, this might have been, you know, the capitulation move on altcoins when everything dumped big time towards downside. Yes, it pumped up here right now going towards downside, but it is might be just creating double bottom before it actually goes. Again, nothing is set in stone. We still don't have a bullishness, you know, bullish signals just yet, because when it comes to altcoins, you know, a lot of these altcoins are not yet breaking up towards the upside over here. You'll see XRP right now. XRP is still sitting on the support level over here. I've been watching this, you know, channel up here since yesterday or something like that, because I thought that might be actually nice long position down here at the bottom. In the bigger picture, if you look at XRP right now, I mean, it is holding very, very nice levels of support over here, and, you know, there's still, you know, it is at support level. It is just, you know, zigzagging over here. It looks like it might want to break towards downside up here, but it's not broken just yet, right? And this move towards downside up here is just, you know, consolidating up here towards downside. So, you know, these levels over here are not broken just yet, and this is the case for a lot of altcoins right now. Yes, they are moving down when Bitcoin is moving down, but if you remember, altcoins already moved down a whole bunch, you know, when Bitcoin didn't. This is a Chainlink. I'm a little unsure about what Chainlink did. Let me check it out over here. BTC USDT. Let's go to over here, new price scale, and let's put this on the candles. There we go, and let's go to the daily time frame up here as well. And this is the Bitcoin up here chart. So you'll see, yeah, so you'll see, if you remember up here, there were 2 days over here where Bitcoin dumped massively towards downside. I don't know if you remember, but, you know, everything dumped like 20%. So altcoins were dumping like 20% a day. So this was 20% dump, this was a 20% dump, and you'll see over here that Chainlink the first day dumped 25%, and second day it dumped another 23%. So you got a 2 days of major dumpage towards downside, because major level was actually broken towards downside. But this is not just Chainlink, like a lot of altcoins did this. Then over here we had a consolidation up here, and we pumped towards upside. Unfortunately, again, there is this line and it goes something like this over here, maybe a little bit more like this over here. We are still not breaking that, and everything looks like it might actually break towards downside. But what I'm looking when it comes to altcoins right now, since this dumpage over here is very, very significant, that's like 20% for 2 days, big, huge dumpage towards downside, I'm still thinking that there is very good probability to create this, double bottom over here, break the trend, and then go towards upside. Now, the trend is not broken. As long as the trend is not broken, the support needs to hold. The support right now, for example, for Chainlink is around 12 bucks or something like that. If it goes down, we might have another capitulation like over here, where we have another, move towards upside eventually after that. But right now, there is a very, very good chance that, altcoins might actually do this double bottom up here and bounce towards the upside. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been watching Bitcoin dominance lately. You'll see up here, Bitcoin is down right now 6%. And dominance is actually going down. It was actually a little bit in green during the day, but right now it's going down. And yesterday it actually pumped up a lot. But you see that the dominance up here, let me just turn this off over here, is down on life support right now. You can see down here, the dominance is still on life support. It haven't broken the trend over here. This bigger trend, where is the bigger trend up here? It doesn't go like this. It goes something like this over here, give or take. How can we draw this? Something like this over here. But you'll see right now that it hit this support level over here. Support level over here, support level. It hit that support level and bounced off the support level, but it is not actually not actually breaking down. And this is very, very significant, because 2 days ago, you remember these two candles that I just showed you, where altcoins dumped down 20% for 2 days. This is what the dominance did. Dominance exploded towards the upside. For the 2 days where Bitcoin dumped like 5% each day, every altcoin dumped like 20 to 30% towards downside for 2 days straight, and dominance exploded towards downside. Right now, Bitcoin is down more than it was on these 2 days. So this is the 5% dump. Let me see it over here again. BTC USDT. Let me show you over here again. New chart. And let's go over here and put this in candles. And let me show you something over here. You remember? Why can it not move? So these 2 days over here, these 2 days, this candle and this candle, how much was that move towards downside over here? Now this is just measuring the one up here. Let's go to another chart over here. So these are 2 days, right? So this one over here, that was a 9% dump. It pulled back. It was a 5%, 5.8% close. Let's say 9% dump. And over here, there was a 12% dump. It pulled back. It closed at 5.9. But these 2 days, when Bitcoin dumped between 5 and 10% towards downside, altcoins dumped and, dumped like 20%, 20 to 25%, 20 to 30% towards downside on these 2 days. And what happened to dominance is dominance actually exploded towards the upside. Dominance went up 3% over here on the first day, and on the second day the dominance went up something like 2% to 2.5% towards the upside again. And right now Bitcoin is down 6%, and the dominance is actually going towards the downside, minus 12%, right? So Bitcoin is dumping more than altcoins. In what world? In what kind of bear market, bear market do you have Bitcoin dumping more than altcoins? Let's check that out. So this is Bitcoin dominance up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame over here. Weekly time frame, and let's add again BTC USD chart over here. Over here. Actually, these two over here, at the very end up here, the dominance was actually going towards downside. Okay, I might have been wrong. But overall, the dominance, went up mostly in the bear market. Let's see up here in the real bear market over here, when the bear market actually hit. Bitcoin started jumping towards downside, and dominance was also crashing towards downside. But before this actually happened, you know, we had a big move towards the downside. Doesn't matter. Let's go a little bit back in time. Over here. Daily time frame. Bam. Dominance still going down. It still haven't broken down through the support levels, so, you know, there is that. But before the bull market is done, there will be dominant drop eventually. And dominance needs to come back down to certain levels, right? We don't see that just yet. So we are still expecting, you know, altcoin season. I see Mladen Petrov is in the chat. I don't know what that emoji is, but, you know, hi man, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Dow Jones minus... Yeah, Dow Jones are, you know, right now, they're having this, you know, big move towards downside because they did break the trend over here. You know, broke the trend, pulling back down. So even the stock market right now, it's pulling back big time. So yeah, DXY. DXY is going up. DXY is actually looking very, very strong, guys. The DXY is actually looking very strong. So it looks like, you know, it's going to continue. I don't know if you... JPY. I don't know if you noticed that, you know, there has been talk about Japanese yen that's been going through the bottom down here like a brick through the water or something like that, right? But it is bleeding toward against the dollar heavily towards downside over here, and it's just losing value. I mean, since when is this over here? December, since the corona up here, it lost like 35% of value versus the dollar. So holding JPY versus the dollar, I mean, you probably lost a whole bunch of money just holding JPY. So currency deflation definitely happening all over the board, but the dollar is actually looking very, very strong. Regardless how you look at it, the dollar is actually looking very, very strong up here right now. So especially this move up here right now looking very strong. That means also, because we noticed not so long ago that the oil and the dollar are actually quite nicely correlated. I mean, they got the same chart over here. So if the dollar goes up, oil goes up as well. Whatever you think it means. I think it means hello, like high five or something like that. So, you know, we're gonna go with that. They changed the rise JPY interest rate at 150, but didn't do it. Didn't do it at 157. But maybe that's the thing, because right now JPY is, you know, inside full fear mode. Where's JPY? Right now, maybe JPY is in full fear mode or something like that. So, you know, maybe as soon as they, you know, right now, you know, kick in interest rate, right back up there again. Who knows? Because everybody's bearish on JPY, and you know, stuff that's bearish doesn't continue being bearish for a long time, because at one point people stop selling, right? And it just reverses. You gotta ask yourself, will JPY be here in the next 10 years? We don't know. Best time to load bags dropped a couple of weeks ago. CZ sent 4 months, he's just selling some Bitcoin for commissionary. This is actually very bullish. In 4 months, CZ will be out of jail. He will be back on X, posting, you know, memes. That's actually very good, right? Only 4 months, you know. You know the number he's been posting on all over the place. Bitcoin right now, let's go up here again, look at Bitcoin up here a little bit, because I really want to know whether this is going to break towards upside or downside. This is all that matters right now, and this over here might have just been capitulation move. So this candle up here, this red candle, might have been capitulation move. I'm a little bit unsure about that, but let's say maybe, just maybe, there is a very, very good chance that this was a capitulation move over here, because oftentimes when you have these kind of channels, you move outside of a channel to the side that you are actually trending towards to. This means capitulation move. So we move right back inside there again. Let me see the moving average up here. We are still getting rejected. We are still not outside, but if this can actually break towards upside, there is a very good chance to do another nice pump towards upside. But there is definitely a lot of fear in the market right now. Let's go to coin market cap. Coin cap over here, and you know, when it comes to, you know, regular people, they look at these numbers over here, right? They don't look at the closes and opens on the candles. They look at, you know, 24-hour percent change, and they see just red. They see red on the weekly, they see red on daily. But once these levels, and I think these levels will start getting up in the next 4 hours, because guys, these levels, mainstream will get panic once these numbers hit like 10 plus or something like that, and that's gonna happen in exactly 6 hours. In exactly 6 hours. And why in 6 hours? So if you look at hourly candles up here, the last 24 hours, these are these, right? So the 24-hour change is from this point over to this point over here, right? But in the next 4 hours, so next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles up here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, how much has this actually been going on for? Over here, that's 19 bars. So if in the next 5 hours, then in the next 5 hours. This will move over here and will look like this, right? So it will be measured from the over here all the way, because right now it's measured from over here to over here, but in 5 hours it will, you know, the percent change will be measured from the very top to the bottom. So in 5 hours, that is the max fear for mainstream and normies, because they are not watching the charts, they are watching the, you know, percentages on coin market cap, and then we see these, you know, altcoins dropping down like crazy. Because right now, even over here, this is Anchor, right? And Anchor is down right now, you know, 15%. But you know, most people don't know, because they are measuring these are 13 bars, these are 20 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 bars over here. Actually, from over here, they actually know. So Anchor is a bad example over here. Let me look at Chili's over here. Chili's from the top to right now. That's only 12 bars. 24 bars is over here. Yeah, so maybe next, give or take, 5 to 12 hours, 5 to 12 hours or something like that, you know, these numbers will increase heavily, the way I see it, right? These numbers will increase heavily, and that's when the mainstream and retail will actually panic and start selling. So there might just be another, you know, retail dump eventually over here towards downside. Nasdaq is down 342 points. Why are you talking in points, man? Just talking percentages. Nobody understands points, you know. Percentages we understand. Because 342 points is not a lot, but 342 points is a lot if the Nasdaq is only, you know, like 1,000, something like that, right? So, you know, percentages are important. ICP down 5.36 in 24 hours. Yeah. But they're still hawkish, Bodge being pussies lost. I don't know, you know, this hawkish, dovish, you know, these interest rates up and down, you know. There was a big news in Norway today. A Bully partner, one of the biggest real estate developers in Norway, just went bankrupt. See, I don't know why they went bankrupt, but, you know, not an entire company, but part of the company or something like that, like went bankrupt. Alts held when Bitcoin's dumped the last 1,000. Because Japanese yen holders will went east into USD. Peppy study. How are altcoins, meme coins doing right now? I think meme coins are also bleeding big time. Yeah, I mean, Pepe is down 11%. Let's go to the daily time frame over here. Pepe is down 11%, but it did break towards upside. Right now, it's pulling back to the support levels. Dogecoin down 7%. There has been no break in the trend over here. Shiba did break up here, failed to continue towards upside, and right now pulling back up here again. Bonk also pulling back down here a little bit towards downside up here. But you'll see both Bonk and Pepe are right now just pulling back to the support levels over here. Baby Doge also pulling back heavily towards the downside up here. So there is that. Just for Bitcoin bull flag to play out and rectal shorts. I don't think it's a bull flag. So if you look at the chart over here, where is the chart up here on I won't say this is a bull flag just yet. I mean, you did hit, I mean, it does look nice and everything, right? This big bull flag up here towards the upside. But, and right now we are on the support level, guys. We are definitely 100% on the support. There is no other way to look at it than being on support level over here. Let's go clean up here. Right now we are on the dollar, on the support level, and you know, it is overextended. So we are definitely looking for the bounce right now. But before we actually can confirm the bounce, I would like if we could get, you know, outside of this channel up here. So there is this some kind of channel up here over here. I would like to get outside of this channel towards the upside up here, and that will confirm the bounce. Right now it is just heavy bleeding towards the downside still. Man, I can't believe people still follow crypto. There has been definitely a lot of capitulations, I'll tell you that. Pepe should be a 0.004, but it's not. Yeah, why are you talking points, man? Yeah, why are you talking points? Danny, how you doing, man? What's up? And we gotta eat also up here, eat BTC chart up here. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. It pulled back heavily towards downside after this nice pump up here. Failed to break the resistance level, but the trend is already broken the way I see it, or it was broken up here. There were actually a couple of trends over here, and then this last trend I should go something like this up here. Let's put something like this up here. Still not outside of bigger trend though. The bigger trend, this weekly trend up here, is still zigzagging down here at the bottom. Did you lose a bet with your haircut? What? You don't like my haircut, man? What? The haircut is the best part. We must see lower now, I feel. Such a weak bounce. At least you look younger. Hear that? Did you hear that? Yo. Did you hear? Hair looking phobia, bro. Can you please check ton? That would be a... Where would you enter in? I don't know, man. I probably... Ton. Where would I enter? I would enter down here, man. Like over here. Now there is trend over here. Go some Clarice up here. There is also channel up here. Go some Clarice up here. And this channel up here might actually continue up all the way up here towards the upside up here somewhere, because this it's a channel. It's maybe the same channel, something like that, right? I mean, it's coming to the support levels, but it's going it went very fast towards the upside up here, so you know. This was, you know, it's not actually that much, 266% move towards upside. It's coming down to support levels. Shh. FML. Yeah. I know, let's look at monthly time frame up here. I mean, the monthly time frame support is all the way down. I don't think it's gonna go all the way down there, but you know, you never know. But right now it is on support levels up here. You can see these levels up here. I mean, the way I see it right now, anything right now is a decent entry if you are trading, right? Because you can see down like entire move up here since May 2022. You'll see that these overextensions, these extreme overextensions did happen a couple of times, and every single time that happened we had, you know, big bounces up here. But we are coming very, very close to, the way I see it, we are coming very close to these bottoms. Now the problem up here is that the RSI, daily RSI, is not yet below 30 levels, right? 30 levels are, you know, very, very low levels down here in the RSI. Weekly up here is still very, very high up here at 63, but it already broke up here at 47, so it's just zigzagging up here. But when it comes to Bitcoin and everything else, when it comes to RSI and indicators down here, you'll see right now that weekly RSI ETH is around 50, which is not actually low. It's still holding the support level, right? Bitcoin is down at 60 levels up here, which is actually very, very nice to bounce. So the way I see it up here, I mean, it is set up nice for a bounce, but will we actually break inside this liquidity area towards downside? That's the big question. That's the big question. And you know, never say never, the way we say it. Like, never say never up here. This is still bleeding towards downside over here, even though he broke the small channel towards upside, it's still not doing that. But you'll see up here, over here, that, you know, the liquidity area is still below us. And that goes all the way down to 52k level. And the sorry, 53k level, give or take, 52, 53, depends on the chart. But it goes from 59 up here, 58, 59 up here, all the way to 53k level. That's the liquidity area, because this last week up here, they do know that, you know, if they push the price inside this over here, part over here, they can pick up a lot of liquidity. So if Bitcoin is going to go higher, it just might be needed to get inside the level up here and continue towards the upside. Bitcoin is not actually down below 20% right now. Bitcoin is actually down only 20%. If you remember before, I mean, every single dump was a 20% dump. This dump is also 20% dump. And right now there's a whole bunch of fear right now that this is going to continue towards the downside. 59.008. That's a little bit up here. You think it's gonna go a little bit lower than that? Give or take. 0.08. You think that's the target? That was honest opinion. Good spawn 2-month bearish candle though. I mean, it is 2 months pair, but you know, daily. I don't put that much, you know, significance on that. The way I see it, I mean, if you look at it just this channel over here, the way I see it, we already hit the target. So right now, the thing that I'm looking at is, you know, overextensions towards downside. Do we have overextensions? This was actually a pretty fast move towards downside over here. So if you look down here, there are a couple of overextensions over here, but nothing major. It is a little bit overextended, but nothing major on the daily time frame at least. The RSI is below the 50 levels right now. It's pushing back, but it's hitting this low down here. Previously it was 35. Right now it's 35. So it's some kind of, you know, some kind of what you gonna say? It's in some kind of you know, some kind of bottom on the RSI up here. I mean, it's technically it can still go lower, but there is that. Now I would say this might be the bullish scenario over here when it comes to momentum, right? So we had this, you know, momentum over here where it turned towards downside. This was momentum. Oftentimes when you have these, you know, bearish momentums, you will see increase in momentum towards downside. But over here there is not, I mean, there is still increase in momentum, but right now we are below the support levels. This is going down, this is going up. So there is some kind of bullishness definitely kicking in, but will it actually hold the support level? That's the big question. Now we are not actually broken through the 59k levels yet. If you go a little bit higher time frames up here, over here there's support level on, sorry, not on weekly time frame, but we don't have any daily time frame up here. We do daily time frame support levels up here. They are broken, and broken right now. We are still below the daily support levels. We still got 4 hours left, I think. 3 hours and 30 minutes left on the daily time frame. But nothing is set in stone. You can see up here, I mean, this move towards upside can definitely easily happen. What's up? What did I miss? Is it sale time yet? Not just yet, man. What's your probability for Bitcoin to bounce up in percentage, not in points? I would say probability to bounce right now, based on the chart, daily chart, probability to bounce from over here. You also see that support level over here is holding nicely. So we're hitting support on the other side, we're hitting the momentum loss, we are hitting a little bit overextension, we're hitting major support level on a move. I would say right now, bounce, when we're talking about bounce, we're not talking about bounce to 75k or anything like that. We are talking about small bounce, 50 minutes time frame. I think right now, bounce towards the upside is like 70% and dump down is like, you know, sorry, dump down is like 20% below the support level over here, and bounce towards the upside is like 80%, I would say. You know, my opinion, you know, my bullish opinion is that right now the bounce up here is coming. Now, how big the bounce is gonna be? It can only come over here. It can go over here. It can go, you know, it can bounce. But the bounce is more likely, the way I see it right now, than the continuation towards downside. Because right now everybody is, you know, mega fear. You know, we just had this, you know, big major drop down here in the last move. So I think the bounce is pretty likely right now. What's up, Beauty? How you doing, man? You want to long 59008? Nah, I'm good, man. This Bitcoin is a scam. Yeah, guys, Bitcoin is a scam. That's why everybody is buying Bitcoin, because it's a scam. How can Bitcoin be a scam and at the same time, you know, governments be, how can a government be buying Bitcoin and say it's a scam at the same time? How can, you know, big hedge funds can be buying stuff and still say it's a scam at the same time? You know, I don't get it. But right now I think there is more probability for a bounce over here than continuation towards the downside. But this is short term, right? The big term up here, there are definitely, you know, warning signs. But nothing is set in stone just yet. Nothing is set in stone just yet. And if you remember, I think it was the last stream, we had this, you know, this elephant in the room talk, you know, and I gotta tell you guys, every single time I'm in fear, we bounce, you know, and every single time I'm very, you know, euphoric, we dump. And I gotta tell you, I'm starting to question whether this is done or not. So it just might be the bottom. There is that, guys, you know, take it however you want. but Bitcoin dominance is down, minus 0.02%. The Bitcoin dominance still needs to go down, like, you know, flush through the roof. Ethereum Bitcoin still needs to, you know, pop towards the upside, which still haven't done that, you know. Told my girlfriend 70% for upside because she's worried. But 70%, like short term, you know, dead cat bounce, that kind of stuff. Why is she worried? Like, what is she worrying about? I'm guessing she's over leveraged or, you know, too much money in the market. Look at ADA 5 minutes going really well in comparison to Bitcoin. ADA is up 4% right now, but 5-minute time frame up here. Let's see 5-minute time frame on ADA. I mean, I wouldn't say it's going too well, but you know, it is having this bear flag being created up here. There you go. I ruined your day, man. Bear flag. 5-minute time frame. Enjoy the bear flag, man. Guys, if you want me to ruin your day, just tell me your coin, and I'll find something bearish on that coin. Yeah, that's how we do it over here. That's how we do it over here. But if you do a super chat, I'll find something bullish. If you ask me about coin just out of the blue, I'll find something bearish. But if you super chat, I'll find something bullish. Sounds good? What is this? This is AVAX. AVAX broke through the support down here towards bottom up here. We had these 2 months up here that broke towards downside. I mean, this is definitely capitulation regardless how you look at it right now. Right now consolidating up here. No, she's hard a hodler, but sometimes she's worried about dumps like all of us. Of course. Everybody is. Tell her she had to watch, she has to watch, what is it? She has to watch YouTube crypto tips. She has to watch this channel. Say, the late adopter said, watch this girl. If she's a girl, she'll want to listen to what other girls say, you know. Was mess news, but this is bigger, blah blah. More bearish scenario right now. Missing new goals developing. Okay, right now they're a little bit, you know, they got a fear for thumbnails, but they are always bullish. Like Toby and this chick, I always forget her name. They are always very, very bullish. So, you know, tell her to watch this channel. Tell her don't watch TLA, watch crypto tips. Okay, check ape. No. No. Hey, yeah, Heidi and Toby. Heidi and Toby. So there is that. Phantom. So, I'm gonna end it on that note. Bitcoin holding support level. Still haven't broken down through. Bounce it incoming. I think bounce is incoming right now. I think I'm pretty sure right now. I mean, this right now is maximum fee right now. On this one, I mean, it started dumping up here a little bit because this is after the daily close, right? Over here there is this is the daily close yesterday. It dumped down 2%, pull up there. Over here it went to down to, you know, 2.27% and down from 2 to 5% consolidated, and it's just been bleeding over here towards downside like crazy. 6-7%, 7 over here. 7% over here. At the most it was 8.4% right now, pulling back. Like especially this stump over here was very, very critical up here right now. So you know, I'm definitely looking at bounce over here, and you'll also see on the volume up here how this you know, volume exploded on this last dump up here. So the bounce right now is very, very likely the way I see it. On small time frame bounce, very likely. Possible peace agreement. Don't bring politics into this, man. It has nothing to do with that. I'm pretty proud of myself being blue ball, selling 70k, waiting for 52, 55 to buy again. Debuting, you come far. And you know, guys, the way you know you're gonna make it is when you stop listening to me. I mean, in the start, you find some YouTuber, you start listening to that YouTuber, but over time you develop your own ideas and you stop listening to that. That's how you know you're gonna make it. Especially if you have your own ideas and they play out. You're good, man. Look at the beauty here. Doesn't listen to me, you know, hodl, no, he doesn't want to hodl, selling 70k, buying cheap, you know, there is that. Okay guys, that's for today. It is dump, it is big dump, but yeah, you know, it is support level, it is major level right now, you know, that's trying to be broken, and it doesn't happen in one move. Right now we're just having this major move towards downside, but if you're gonna break this towards downside, get inside this liquidity zone, which is very probable, I'm not gonna say that this is not gonna happen, like 50, 53, 52k. It could very, very likely happen. It doesn't have to go that. It can be on any of these levels. It is very probable. But I'm just saying that in a short time, like 50 minutes time frame, stuff like that, the most likely move right now is a bounce towards the upside. But overall, this is still very much probable. There is definitely the trend that needs to be broken, and that trend goes something like this over here. This trend needs to be broken because right now this dumpage over here, it's not done until this trend over here is broken. So we still have time. The trend needs to be broken. Until the trend is broken, nothing is done. And you can see right now, this can consolidate, this can bounce down, break it eventually up here. But this trend right now, downtrend over here that started up here at the top of 72, 73k, is still in full effect. I'm starting slowly buying again in these levels to 52k. What's causing this? The Burin is causing this. He sold. The Burin stopped selling, man. Guys, relax. There is more to life than crypto. It goes up and down. It's okay. We hodl for 4 years, we're gonna hodl for 4 more years, right? Oh man, the jokes. When you are sad and you are beyond sad, you are you're not, when you're no longer sad, you're just life went out of you. You stop being very happy. Once life goes out of you, people can push you down so much, market can push you down so much, but at one point you stop caring, you suddenly become happy. Like me, look at me, I'm happy. It's okay, guys, it's gonna be fine. We are at support level. I'm gonna update you if something more important happened, but I thought like it's down 6%. People probably wanna look at some lines, see what's gonna happen, stuff like that. But nothing actually of importance there. It went down 6%, but the dominance didn't break down. Ethereum, Bitcoin didn't go up. Bitcoin didn't break down this bull flag towards downside. Yes, the price is definitely zigzagging a little bit up and down and stuff like that, but the important levels not quite yet, the way I see it. So there is that. Guys, enjoy the day if you can. Bye bye.